Are you a fan of horror movies?
Necronomicon Ex Mortis, the Book of the Dead.
What about cult classics?
Your move, creep.
If you are, you'll love Shocking Things. Please search for us on all the major podcasting platforms. To see our social media and a direct link to our podcast, please go to anchor.fm/shockingthings.
Tracy Smothers, Harley Race, Tim Storm, Bushwhacker Luke, Bobby Fulton. The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 1. Bill Dundee, Supermax Hernandez, C.W. Anderson, Ricky Morton, Sir Mo, and many others share their stories of determination, triumph, and sorrow. Get your book today at Russellville.com or at Amazon.com. Russellville, where wrestling lives.
What's going on, everybody? This is Rick Del Santo, and you're listening to the PWZ podcast. I am joined, as always, on this wonderful Thursday evening by Showtime, Marcel Williams. What is going on?
What is going on? We are tardy. We are late, and I'm here, man. We are here to review a lot of episodes of professional wrestling. We are behind.
We are very behind. We've had 3 run-ins this week, so we are finally here. So,
family run-ins, but
yes, yep.
We made it. We decided to do some type of rematch, keep it going. But yeah, man, we're here, and whoever is in the chat that's gonna pop on in or join us, thank you for joining us this late on a Thursday. We're going to get our times right soon. We're going to get together.
Yeah, we will. So, of course, if you're joining us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live, you can always, if you miss us, you can always go to, about an hour after we air. This will be up on iTunes, Spotify, and all those fun sites, all those fun podcasting platforms. As Marcel said, we do have a lot to talk about. WrestleMania Backlash was this past weekend. Last night was AEW Dynamite. There was Monday Night Raw, and I'm sure there's some other sprinklings of other wrestling that we're going to be talking about. And don't forget, as we talked about last night, now that we have the man himself, Showtime, here today, Paradise Alley is running a double shot this weekend, Friday and Saturday, so we're going to get Marcel's take on the upcoming matches as well. What's that?
It's gonna be a stacked weekend for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. Alley fights, double header, double shot, whatever you want to call it. It's a stacked card on both nights. You got Kylan King defending the Intercontinental Championship for PAPW. You got Justin Waller defending the Alley Fights Championship against Jordan Rowe. There's so much action going on. Then I'm working on Saturday against Adrian Santos, who decides to go on social media and try to threaten me and say he's going to hurt me. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. But anyway, I'll be there Saturday to face Adrian Santos. And
don't forget, we have the tag team title rematch as well.
Yep, the rematch.
Yep.
Hopefully Jay Onyx is going to be there because last time we seen him, he got dumped somewhere in the woods, so he wouldn't make his match. So, rematch from Point Blank.
Yep, there's a lot of returns coming, people we haven't seen in quite some time. Perfectly Sexy is returning. Battle Academy is of course going to be there. Let's see.
Lucas
I think we
Chase
do have
versus Matt Awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be a great match right there. And let's see. There's a few debuts as well. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend. I'll be there both days. If you watch this program and you see me, come by and say hello. Looking forward to it.
All the info you need to know about these 2 events and upcoming events. Because tonight we're just going to do one event at a time, which is this weekend. So all your information is at official PAPW on Facebook, at official_PAPW for Instagram and Twitter for all the information. And also check out PAPW Alley Fights on the Facebook page as well.
That's right. Let's get into Backlash. This was,
Wait. WrestleMania
Backlash.
Backlash.
I got to get it right. It's right. Ever since they started calling it WrestleMania Backlash, I have not been able to stick with it. I can never get it right.
I hope y'all. You know, we couldn't make it after the premium live event,
right?
but we gonna cover the premium live event.
So we started out with Cody Rhodes taking on Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, I'm sorry, freaking Rollins. A rematch, obviously, from WrestleMania just 1 month ago. This match, I have to say, this was the best match of the evening. They put it on first, and I really enjoyed this match. Cody came away with a victory.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes won with a roll up. It was a reverse roll up by Seth Rollins, grabbed the tights, and Cody reversed it into a roll up, grabbed a little bit of tights for some payback, and came out with the win. This was a classic rematch, and Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins got great chemistry together. And the way it looked like, it seemed like it's still going to continue on to upcoming events. But this match was, you can't do this match any justice. It opened up. And I think I can't say the pay-per-view went downhill from here, but it didn't. It just topped the night. It just topped the night.
Our opinions must differ, and they absolutely do. I told you before we went on there, and I wanted to rather discuss it here, is that after this match, I pretty much checked out. I did have it on in the background, and I would, wasn't paying full attention to it, but I did like some of the other matches. And as we go along discussing this show, I will say which matches those were and which matches I was completely just blah on. So we had
this next one is completely I got completely blah on, truthfully.
Well, this might be the reason why, because it was second. So this should have been the pre-show match. So because nobody would have watched it. So, Omos defeated Bobby Lashley in just about 8 minutes. I have really not much to say about it. This was as boring could be. I'm sorry, Bobby, and sorry, Omos.
All I have to say is Bobby Lashley worked hard for this match. He had to put some work in. And, this match was better than WrestleMania. So WrestleMania was kind of but I mean, I let this one pass a little bit because Bobby Lashley worked hard with him to drag him to a longer pace match. MVP got involved to cause a setup for the win for Omos. But this seemed like it's going to continue too. This was a show of full WrestleMania rematches.
That's what it's become over the years, or over the last couple of years, I guess, right? Pretty much.
Truthfully, I kind of feel like it's been like that for a while. We just didn't notice it, but now we notice it now.
Yeah. I think more there's the emphasis on it now that they've, thrown the title WrestleMania Backlash in there, and it's, like you said, it's more of the emphasis of them putting it out there that it is just rematches. All right, from there we went Edge defeating AJ Styles. This one,
another rematch.
Another rematch. This one wasn't so bad. This was pretty good. I'd have to say the match from WrestleMania I enjoyed a little bit more, but this was what it was.
It was the opposite for me.
Really,
this match I really enjoyed this match more than WrestleMania match, especially the way it ended up coming out with the reveal, which we all been waiting for a while. But this was a good match.
Rhea Ripley joining the Judgment Day. Correct?
Yeah, Judgment Day. New hair color, new look.
She dyed her hair black now. So
yeah,
looking good. All right.
Don't get me in trouble, guy. Don't get me in trouble.
It's part of the problem.
But what do you think about the Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley added to it? I kind of feel like it's a great new.
I think it's a great addition. I think it's a dumbass name. I think they should have a different name. They use Judgment Day as one of the old WWF pay-per-views. So that's all I keep thinking about. That's all I keep thinking about is when they, when they bring that up.
So now if they do a pay-per-view, it's about them, just like DJ
pretty much
in your house,
right? that or NWO sold out, stuff like that. They're gonna have a Judgment Day referee that makes them all, all the baby faces lose. So
worst ideal ever.
yeah, it did not go over well, but bless Nick Patrick for being there the whole night for every match.
Yes, I tell you what, I finally watched that pay-per-view years ago. I think it was on when it got on the network because I couldn't find it.
Okay.
And I did not watch that live because my grandparents did not want to order NWO sold out. They did not like NWO legit. So they felt it was a pay-per-view that did not want to be purchased. It was that WCW one. But I'm glad they didn't order it because it would have been a waste of $30.
Did they believe in, kayfabe? Like in a way, like did they believe in the everything that they saw was legit?
I never got a chance to ask them that. I should have, but they kind of knew it probably was a work, but it just they still was invested. They was invested.
There's this guy I work with. His father is complete. Like he doesn't understand kayfabe, and he thinks everything is a shoot. Still. At his age, he's been watching wrestling for something like 60, 70 years.
And you still think it's a shoot after all the documentaries and everything that's out now?
Yeah, he's just like, it just doesn't faze him. He's just like, whatever.
God bless him.
Right? I wish I could still believe, but it's just
we believe a little bit. A little bit.
I like the surprises. You know what I mean? Marcel's the king of kayfabe in me, though. So
sometimes you have to be surprised.
Yeah, no, I like the surprise. That's and that's the fun thing about professional wrestling is that you don't want. I know I'm always sitting here like, damn, I want to know stuff, but when it comes down to it, the real fun part about wrestling is being surprised. That element of surprise and something really exciting happening.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
Jericho and CM Punk, a lot of these guys, they get asked questions and they'll kayfabe it to death, and then when it happens, it's like you feel like a teenager again or something like that.
Right.
You just gotta keep it special, man. Keep it special.
Absolutely. From there, we went the I Quit match. Now, this was the other match of the evening that I thought I really liked a lot. People are not agreeing with me. Anybody I've spoken with. So
really,
the I Quit match. Yeah, a lot of people were just like, "Oh man, that match is corny." I'm like, I didn't mind this match. I thought it was really good. Ronda Rousey defeated Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship in 17 minutes, just under 17 minutes.
Well, when it happened live, I wasn't into it. I guess because it was because I came and I was mega late and I was trying to go to sleep. Okay. But then I'm watching, I'm like, hurry up. But this match was, I had to watch it again the next night, and it was real good. And, Ronda Rousey, probably her best match since she done came back. And it just Charlotte said, "I quit."
Charlotte, yeah.
I put the arm in the chair and wrenched it, and she said she's not gonna quit. And Ronda Rousey said, "Oh, I knew you were gonna say that," and wrenched it some more. And then she said, "I quit." This was very great, and it was a lot of talking in the match too, like make you get invested and get entertained. Right, but I like it.
I thought the crowd was really into this match.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, I thought so. And because they were really, really electric throughout the entire thing. You don't see that a lot.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Nice little cameo with Trayvon Jordan.
Right. Yes. Waves and Curls made a quick little appearance in there. I forgot about that. That's right. Good for them. Good for them. Good. Those guys are busting their asses and they're getting out there. So
they're great guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice kids. So Madcap Moss defeated Happy Corbin. I expected this pretty much to probably go this way. They split up last month, and usually, babyface will probably go over in a match like this.
Yeah, they trying to build up Madcap. They trying to build up Madcap Moss, and I told you, I'm gonna tell you what I did with this match. I hit the skip button.
This is one of the matches I really like. As I was watching it, pretty much had on in the background and skipped out on as well. So I was not, like I said, I checked out on a lot of the matches, but I had it on in the background. I would tune in here and there, but I was doing a lot of work, actually taking a lot of notes for the show here, trying to get things together. So that's pretty much it with that. I think Madcap Moss still needs to change his gear. He's going to turn around and go for a different character in a way.
You're not the only one. Everybody says that. That gear is just hideous. I don't know. Somebody in the back likes it. I don't know. It's weird.
Vince, Kevin Dunn, who likes it?
Jesus.
I don't think Jesus likes it. Yeah.
It was good for what the gimmick was with Corbin, but now he's in his own thing. Like, give the dude his own gear and his own look, and it's not working for me.
No, not at all. And so from there, the main event, Roman Reigns and the Usos defeated Drew and RK Bro. I think they hinted at RK Bro splitting up with an accident in the ring. Maybe it was that Monday. Can't remember.
It was Monday.
It was Monday. All right. See, that's how great this show was. This was this was a decent match, but I wasn't fully behind it, man. And I guess Roman, what did he announce recently? That he's going to be taking time off? Or he's going to be working less house shows?
Yeah, he's basically taking a little summer vacation, and they recently just took him off a few house shows and big events. I think a few house shows and televised events as well. So he'd be there for the big events. That's going to be in like stadium shows coming up. This match right here, I enjoyed it. It was a good 6-man tag, nice pace. The ending went well. They protected everybody. Obviously, Riddle took the pin from Roman Reigns. Drew McIntyre protected. Randy Orton is he's hot right now because he's so happy and joyous what he's doing with Riddle. So I kind of feel like,
he's at that age in his career, like he can just do anything, pretty much anything he wants. You know what I mean? And I was reading an article, yesterday or today, and they're saying that this might be Randy's best run since he's been around.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because he's just having fun. He's out there. So I guess you want to do a little rundown on Raw before we get into Dynamite?
Oh, Raw is going to be quick. Raw came from Hartford Civic Center. Now, was it XL Center now?
XL Center. It's been the XL for like 20 years or something like that, right? Maybe.
Well, I remember being the Hartford Civic Center.
You're going old school.
WrestleMania 11.
I was there.
I was there. Never forget. So
I went to, I think, all three or four of the major events that happened there. Between that, a couple WCW shows, especially the Nitro. I think it was, it's bad, man.
WrestleMania 11 will never live down in my life. And
have you ever tried watching that show?
Terrible. Yeah, I watched it 10 times.
I tried watching it this past year, maybe it was the year before. Only to try to be like, why is it so bad? I remember I was there and it wasn't that bad. I tried watching it. I could not get through the first match, dude.
Was there.
Yeah, but
that's why.
I didn't think it was. I couldn't remember. I didn't think it was that great when I was there, apparently, because I was just like, I just had to double check it, and it drove me freaking crazy, dude. Like trying to watch this, I couldn't get through the first match. I eventually just shut it off.
Brett had the worst match on the card. How that's even possible?
You'd think that him and Backlund would have had a masterpiece, right? Because Backlund, even in his old age, he was a really great technical wrestler. He was nobody cared about him at that time when he returned.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think if the match wasn't an I Quit match, it would have been great. I think that's what the problem is. But I can't say that because the match that they had at Survivor Series in '94, it was good. It was an I Quit match, throw in the towel match. I correct myself, throw in the towel match. But their match that they had on Superstars the year prior, or I think it was the same year. Was it the same year or was it 93? No, it was 94. Correction.
It's probably, yeah. I think that's right when he turned heel, Backlund. So
yeah, that match right there is ultimate. If anybody have a chance, you go on YouTube, you probably can find it. It's Bob Backlund versus Bret Hart on episode Superstar for WWF Championship. That match was a legit classic. So if they would have had that match and took that match and put it on WrestleMania 11, I kind of feel like it would have outdid Michaels, and Diesel. But we didn't have that.
Right.
This
they
show
didn't put
was
a
a
lot of
one-match
classics.
show.
They didn't put a lot of classics on Superstars, if you think about it.
Nope, they didn't. But
right.
WrestleMania 11 will forever be the shits in my mind. and I just found out before we continue into Raw. Everybody say WrestleMania 9 was whack. I liked WrestleMania 9. I liked the logistics of it.
You had Brett and Yoko, right?
You had Brett and Yoko, which was real good.
Steiner's and the Head
It
Shrinkers.
was short, but it was good.
Yeah.
Steiner and Head Shrinkers, like you said. You had Tatanka and Shawn Michaels open. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Hogan tag match with Brutus versus Money Inc. That was just a match.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Backlund and Razor Ramon, they had a little quick match, but to me, it was all right. It was a TV match.
Yes.
So WrestleMania 9 passed because the way it looks, logistic-wise, and there's some sleeper matches in that event. But everybody say that was the worst WrestleMania ever. I can't say that. WrestleMania 11 was the worst WrestleMania.
Now I got to go watch WrestleMania 9 when I go to bed, and I'm going to get back to you on that.
Yeah. And if you want to exempt that, I think WrestleMania 2 was terrible. I watched WrestleMania.
Hold up. What about the NFL Battle Royal?
That was a shit.
I want to know. Okay.
That was a one-match show too. The only match that was good was the Dream Team versus the British Bulldogs.
That was a great match, but it's just a ridiculous concept. It took place in 3 different arenas, and I mean, even Hogan Bundy in the cage wasn't. Bundy was not like he was not, say, Andre or Piper, or you look at Hogan's opponents during that time period, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bundy was just a mid-card guy. They put him in there, tried to make him a top heel for that couple months. Didn't work.
He play a movie around that time?
I remember him being in an episode of Married with Children shortly after. And then
Anything
I remember him
before
being,
or no?
That's a good question. I can't.
Because that's probably the reason why they did it.
It's very the crossover appeal, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. But this is our last WrestleMania rant. Next time WrestleMania comes up again next year, we gotta do a WrestleMania episode.
Yeah, we're gonna. You know what? We should just do our favorite matches from WrestleMania years prior.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But back to Raw.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh man, it's all right. I would like to forget about it too. Raw could have been a great event, but you know what? We had who we had? We had AJ Styles. No, let's talk about Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley did a promo with Judgment Day, and obviously that segued into Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Rhea Ripley won this match. She went over. After the match, she gets beats up on, get traumatized by Rhea Ripley. What happens? Finn Balor music come on. He does his pose. AJ Styles come out, does his pose. Liv Morgan never got saved. We just on to the next match. I just wonder what, like, nobody cared about Liv Morgan. And I'm not saying
WWE booking.
I'm not saying I'm the biggest fan of Liv Morgan, but
she deserved the attention or the help or whatever.
The help or something.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't make no effort.
And I told you, listening to Wade Keller's podcast at one point, he even pointed out that there was a lot of unfinished storylines, a lot of unfinished things that just happened. Like on TV, something will happen, and then even Alvarez said it. They'll go to commercial, and then they'll just ignore what just happened, not even mention it. Somebody will be laying dead in the ring, and they won't even bring it up.
They won't even bring it up.
Yeah.
They won't even bring it up. But between the tag team match, was it? I don't think it was a tag team match. What was it? I think it was Finn Balor. It was so bad, I forgot. But anyway, Edge cost the match with DQ. He speared Finn Balor. So that was first DQ. Then we had advertisement for Cody Rhodes' first United States Championship opportunity. I'm sure he had many before, but this is his first one back.
And since his return,
Since his return to face Theory. They advertise this. to happen at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
We even had a throwback promo of Mean Gene Okerlund when he stand on the stage in the background.
I saw that.
Theory.
Yeah.
I popped for that. That was great. They should keep on doing that.
With the platform that they used
with
to
the
do it
platform
on.
with the fans in the background. I love that.
Yep.
I was all excited. I already knew what was going to happen. I don't even know why I got excited. I think I got excited from the promo that they did earlier.
Do you want to know why they put that match on at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, because they're competing with the NBA playoffs.
10 o'clock is usually when everybody shuts it off. And the ratings drop down very heavily. So they're like, hey, let's put this on now. And
10 o'clock Eastern. They were saying it all night.
Yeah.
10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. So they were trying to sell it, trying to get people to stay tuned. But the match went about 15 minutes, and then the show went back to shit right after that.
Yes, it did. It went downhill from there. You had Seth Rollins come out after Cody Rhodes did a promo earlier and said, "We're done. We're over." Obviously, we're not. Seth Rollins came in there and did a nonsense DQ for his first championship opportunity. So that was two. That was two DQs running.
Right.
We gonna fast forward to the main event. Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Could be a pay-per-view match anywhere in any stadium.
Absolutely. Yep.
What they got? 8 minutes, 6 minutes, plus commercial breaks. Becky Lynch comes in, calls the very third disqualification of the night. I just want to understand a multi-billion-dollar company, and I done heard a lot of rants from a lot of podcasts, everything. But this is a multi-billion-dollar company. You telling me that nobody knew that those three matches was DQ finishes?
Their logic that they have main events, and I told you this, that most of their main events end up in unfinished. And it's ridiculous. TN Couponer, thank you for tuning in. Hello. It's been a while. How are you? Yeah. So it's just ridiculous that happens. Like I told you, one of the times that we were talking, a month ago or a couple months ago, that they had something like 200 and something non-finishes in the main event in an entire year. There's something wrong with that, and that's something that's been happening. If you remember watching old WWF Superstars, every time two, major guys met in the ring, there'd always be a DQ or count out. There's something wrong with the WWF WWE system, and that happens. They don't ever want to make people tune in and excited for the product. That bores me to death when all these matches end in DQs.
No, it does. They advertise these big main event matches, and even like I said, the Asuka Bianca Belair, they only had I think they was at 10:50 or 10:48, and you okay, you looking at the time because they don't got no overrun no more. There's no more overrun.
They don't get that extra 7 minutes. Correct.
They don't get that extra 7 minutes. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. So now they're going to wrestle 6 minutes. If it's going to come on at 10:55, that's all the time that they're going to have. You might as well get ready for a nonsense finish. And this was one of them. But the Cody Rhodes thing, that really pissed me off because I'm like, this is this dude's first title opportunity since being back, and you do a DQ finish. I kind of feel like it was too early for him to have a championship match anyway. That's my
It's too early to put him into a DQ finish or to make him. It makes him look bad. Personal opinion. You know what I mean? Because he's been back a month and they're supposed to be building on. But where's the logic here as to why that happened? There's no logic. They want to build him towards that championship run at some point against Roman, correct?
Absolutely. But
or at least that's the rumor.
That's the rumor. And now, since we've seen Roman Reigns about to take some time off, is he going to be the one that is he going to be the one that takes it off? Don't you think it's a little too soon for him coming in to grab that title? Because right now they're not even trying. It doesn't even seem like they're trying to build it towards that. It is,
but in WWE logic, they can just do anything they want. They can just throw somebody in there and have it happen. If you think about it,
Yeah, TN Couponer. Most WWE writers doesn't have wrestling experience. They need wrestlers with experience booking and managing. I
100%.
understand that. Fully
Absolutely.
understand that.
100% agree with that because they just hire comedy writers. They hire comedy writers, drama writers that know nothing about wrestling. What was that comedian or stand-up comedian that got hired and she couldn't even get Bobby Lashley's name right and it was fired 2 days later? She would work for the company for less than a week.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. Like, you got all these names on the board. They show a little footage from in the backstage. You got all these names on the board. Are you telling me you couldn't sit here and know that all three of these matches had DQ finishes?
Yeah.
That's
also
crazy.
very Attitude Era-esque as well, because no match has ever ended in pinfall, really.
Never.
It happened very rarely. It was always DQs, cheating, or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know where this comes in and what makes us think that this is a great idea. I always hated it.
Yeah. But that's all my Monday Night Raw rant. But we could go right straight on to AEW Dynamite live from Los Angeles. Must be talking about me. They are going to be in Los Angeles soon. Long Island, New York, at the UBS Arena.
Let's see here. This was a great show, I thought. Who was it that somebody posted online that they said that it was a boring show and it wasn't very good? But I'm going to tell you, I watched it this morning. The show, as the young kids like to say, was fire.
Or
I thought
it was lit, or
lit. I'm sorry.
It was well, I'll figure it out. There's so much new sayings out there, it's not even funny.
You got to keep up with all the kids. And thankfully, we have Adonis that always tells me how to speak in kid language. So,
Yeah, luckily I got my son. He knows all that stuff too. He's there and educate me. And the lovely TikTok, I get educated through that too.
Correct. Yeah, we're gonna get into that in just a second. I was rooting for Dax to win the tournament, but oh well. We're gonna have to see where this one goes, T and Couponer. I expected him to go a little bit further as well, but what he's referring to is the show opened up with the Owen Hart Cup.
Now they calling it the Owen. Now I told you it was always
because everybody's getting the tongue tied because the Owen Hart Cup Foundation. Did I get it right? Quarterfinal. Right. Adam Cole defeated Dax Harwood. This match was awesome. Freaking awesome. These are two great performers. I'm not the world's biggest Adam Cole fan, but I got to tell you that he is a hell of a performer. He really is. This good dude can put on some great freaking matches.
We always cover AEW Dynamite every week, and one of the senses of us continuously saying AEW know how to do their opening matches, and this opening match was a real instant classic, just like a few other tournament matches. And as I noticed throughout going through these tournament matches, there's no interference. This is straight up. This is a competition. Tony Khan is treating it like a G1, like a legit.
Trying to keep it respectable. Keep it respectable, like it's a sport, which should be. It's professional wrestling. It is a sport, and that's a problem. I mean, I'm not going to say that there is a lot of interference certain times during certain matches, but it's good that he's doing this for the tournament. That there's been nothing crazy going on, really. Absolutely. It doesn't say it won't happen, but
And also, we got to see the great Dr. Martha Hart. I haven't seen her since Canadian Stampede back in 1997. Right. I mean, I've seen her in the documentaries of Dark Side of the Ring and all that stuff, but legit see her full blown on wrestling TV was Canadian Stampede.
What is she a doctor in? Do you know?
Unfortunately, I do not know. But
we should have looked this up.
If you come back to me next week, I will definitely have the answer.
All right. Yep. Let's see. We
You
had
put me right on the spot.
No, I just like for some reason it clicked. So let's see. I bet you I'm gonna try to looking it up as we're discussing this. So we also
but back to the opener. The opener was great. Dax Harwood proving that he's not only a good tag team wrestler, he's a good worker as well. But we had Adam Cole win with the sharpshooter. It's good to see somebody win with a sharpshooter in this tournament. But this is kind of like a, Adam Cole, Shawn Michaels fan. Then Dax Harwood is a straight blood Bret Hart fan. So this was like a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels rivalry continuing in modern era.
Maybe that's why I'm not the world's biggest Adam Cole fan, because he reminds me too much of Shawn Michaels, which I was always a Bret Hart guy.
I was a Bret Hart guy too. I grown to love Shawn Michaels. He was real good, but
I wouldn't say
I was always
but,
a Bret Hart. I was always a Bret Hart guy.
I wouldn't say love, but I do respect him and think that he puts on really great matches. I think it was just I was a Bret guy if it was the two of them against each other. And I think the Rockers were a hell of a tag team. And I know it's going to sound weird, but I was a Jannetty guy. I thought Jannetty was great and terribly underrated.
Jannetty was he messed up, man. He could have been great.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He
great.
Absolutely.
He had so many chances. I just recently watched on YouTube this guy. He does all like the people careers like in certain promotions after they left WWF or whatever.
Right.
And he did a Mari Jannetty one when he was in WCW. And I just was laughing because like
you gotta feel bad for the guy.
I felt so bad for him being in WCW.
Yeah. Because he went from, he wasn't necessarily still a jobber in WWF, but he just went over there and he got the shit kicked out of him every week in like every week. 2-3 minutes.
But he was in awesome shape, though. I was watching the footage. Like he was shredded, dude. I mean, I don't know what he was doing when he was in WCW, but he was shredded.
It was called cocaine.
Damn.
So, Martha Hart has degrees in psychology and sociology. So, there you go. All right, good for you.
Now we know,
Martha. Yep. All right, so let's see where we went from there.
We had a Darby Allin and the Jeff Hardy preview of their main event.
Yep.
And Darby Allin said he's gonna go all out for this match, as we did see later on.
Yeah, we'll discuss that as we get to it. Let's see. Hangman Page came out, joined on commentary. Punk came out. He's wearing John Tavares jersey. There you go. Yep. The Islanders were represented well. Yeah, the Islanders were represented really well throughout the evening. So there you go. CM Punk went on to defeat John Silver. I thought this was a great match, dude. John Silver could work, man. This guy is awesome.
He can. This was a nice, little nice match to get Punk the heat from Long Island. He's an ultimate enemy in Long Island forever now, and I enjoy it. And he used that against Hangman Page, and even used his finisher on John Silver.
Yeah, he beat him with the buckshot lariat, and Adam Page got pissed off, jumped up, and stormed out to the ring, and where they proceeded to talk shit to each other.
Absolutely. And then, Punk said, you made it personal. This is all our business, but now you made it personal. He said, but whether you win or lose, you're going to shake my hand at the end of the match. And then he decided he flipped the bird.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good match for Double or Nothing. I'm just going to say it.
I am in the belief that CM Punk is going to take the title from Adam Page.
You about to say Adam Pearce, wasn't he?
No. No. I almost said Adam Cole, but I was like,
Nah, I believe this is CM Punk.
There's too many people with the same names in AEW. So
now you see why WWE be changing all these names, right?
Right.
We give them beat all the time. Now we know why. I think CM Punk is going to take this one. I think they will shake hands at the end, but this is going to be a real instant classic.
Absolutely. T and Coupon says John Silver is underrated. I absolutely believe that is completely true. At first I didn't get to see enough of him, but now that I'm starting to watch, that is featured quite a bit on regular AEW Dynamite. He's just amazing, dude. This guy could really work. Here we go. This is a good comment here. If Punk wins the title at the Forbidden Door, Punk versus Okada, Battle of the Champions, I am behind that match 100%. That's the match that I really want to see. Punk and Okada. I just think they'd tear the house down. Personal opinion.
Yeah, they will. They would tear the United Center down. Which ticket sales they sold out. They officially sold out.
Yep. I can't wait to see as the matches get announced. I'm assuming right after Double or Nothing, that's about the time they're going to start announcing matches. That's just an assumption.
Probably a little bit before. They got just a month, like a little under a month soon to advertise something.
Yep. And nobody knows. I mean, they should, because like you said, it's only a month away. So they got to start building it. And I guess they're really still trying to work specifics out, because it can't just be, AEW sweeps the whole show because it's, they're hosting the show. What do you got? People breaking in over there?
I would hope not.
All right.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna give me a second. I'll be right back. Doing this live.
We are going to pay the bills.
Yeah, quick commercial.
Are you a fan of horror movies?
Necronomicon Ex Mortis, the Book of the Dead.
What about cult classics?
Your move, creep.
If you are, you'll love Shocking Things. Please search for us on all the major podcasting platforms. To see our social media and a direct link to our podcast, just go to anchor.fm/shockingthings.
Tracy Smothers, Harley Race, Tim Storm, Bushwhacker Luke, Bobby Fulton. The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 1, Bill Dundee, Supermix Hernandez, C.W. Anderson, Ricky Morton, Sir Mo, and many others share their stories of determination, triumph, and sorrow. Get your book today at Russellville.com or at Amazon.com. Russellville, where wrestling lives.
All right.
It's not PWZ if there's something wrong, right? If there's not something wrong.
My wife been trying a lot to try to do some cameos on this podcast, so she's making noise in the kitchen. I don't know what's going on, but we made it. I am okay, T and Q Potter. So we're good.
My wife asked me if the other day, was it yesterday? Maybe it was today. She was like, would this be like, we were talking about the, Paradise Alley and stuff. She's like, would this be something I would want to go down to? Because she's afraid that there's not enough diversity at the shows. I said, I told you. I said, you go down there, it's just a mixed crowd. You shouldn't be afraid.
Yeah,
so
you shouldn't be afraid.
I said, she knows who I'm friends with, right? So
does she know who you do a podcast with?
Yes, that's the thing. That she knows I'm friends with you and HOP and stuff. So it's just, I was like, you're kind of crazy, dude.
You're hanging with the wrong crowd, Rick.
Yeah. I said everybody is normal. They're not jackasses. So we just go down there, have a fun time, and it's over in an hour and a half, 2 hours max. So it was just very comical. So this was a somewhat disappointing next skit, but it did lead to something that I think is going to be fantastic for the future. Tony Nese killed Danhausen.
Absolutely. I loved every bit of it.
He continued to beat him up, and then out comes Hook. And what are we going to see going forward is Hookhausen.
Oh, God.
I love it. I love it.
It was a big pop, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Smart Mark Sterling is got to be the funniest guy on screen in AEW outside of Danhausen. The guy is ridiculous. He is hilarious.
Yeah, he is. He did a lot of work last night.
He showed up twice.
This was one of the first segments, but yeah, his character is making everybody looks great, like Tony Nese. Tony Nese need that, and especially especially Jade Cargill. She definitely needed that as well with the baddies, with the addition of the baddies now. So yeah, Mark Sterling, very
Hook and Danhausen versus Nese and Sterling on the pre-show of Double or Nothing. I saw that confirmed this afternoon, so looking forward to that. That'll be on the
buy-in.
Yep, which I think that's the one that airs on YouTube, correct?
It airs on YouTube and also Bleachers Report.
Okay, got you. Okay. So from there, we had the MJF and Wardlow contract signing. I cannot believe that MJF was over in his hometown the way he was.
Long
I know,
Island.
but yeah, and this worked perfectly. This was a great skit. There was a cameo by Marcel Williams' arch nemesis, Lucas Chase, in there. Lucas Chase. He caught a nice right hand. Got a nice right hand from
he got knocked in his ass.
Wardlow from Wardlow. So this was a great segment. I don't know. Contract signing is usually just ridiculous, but I thought that this was really well done. It wasn't necessarily cheesy, so to speak. It just went really well.
Yeah, TN Couponer puts up MJF recycling storyline from him and Cody, 10 lashes. Yeah, he is, but that's the gimmick that is getting him more heat because he always have these situations that we gotta get to certain steps for him to have a match. And it don't ever get tiring to me. I don't know if it gets tiring to TN Couponer, but I kind of feel like it gives him more heat of him wasting time trying to get these matches on.
The fact that they referred to Cody on the show, I thought was pretty hysterical.
It is hysterical, but the thing is, I kind of think he's doing this to Wardlow because he did it to Cody when Wardlow was beside MJF. So now he knows Wardlow know what the game is, so he'll give him the same issue that he gave Cody, just to remind him who he is.
Right. That's going to be a match that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it. Yep.
And absolutely, TN Coupons are not complaining just as long as it serves a purpose. You're right.
Absolutely.
It serves a purpose.
Yep. From there, a video package that was hyping Samoa Joe facing the Mystery Joker.
Who and then
Leo Rush. I made that joke last week. Never mind. I can't use it again.
Did.
I don't know.
Well, we already know it ain't Jay Lethal or Sanjay Dutt or Singh because they already announced and said it's not them.
Right. So it's got to be most likely, say a Ring of Honor talent, possibly. Maybe
Cesaro.
Maybe that's not a bad one. But
I'm gonna say it right now. Whoever the Joker is going to the finals.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's a bold statement. Wow, that's a big statement. Okay, I'm going to put this one up on the screen. TN Couponer, men's Joker Johnny Gargano and the women's Joker Candice LeRae. It is very possible. It is anything is possible. Those are actually two really good picks because I think that the crowd would probably go nuts if Johnny Gargano came out. Literally.
And you still got Athena as a free agent as well.
Correct. Yep. I didn't think of her. I think that the crowd would be more behind her than Candice LeRae, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
So I would actually probably pop myself. So, you know.
But this segment ended with Wardlow putting Mark Sterling, the hardest working man of last night, second hardest.
Yep.
Because the first hardest is Tony Schiavone. But
yeah,
he put Mark Sterling through the table. And, this continues. And he got to face Shawn Spears in a cage match with MJF as a special guest referee. But first, he got to get his 10 lashes next week from MJF.
And from there, the FTW Championship, Ricky Starks with Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy was pretty depressed after the match. Got a hug from Christian Cage. So, this is pretty decent. Ricky Starks, as we said, man, this guy's been killing it. This guy is a future star in professional wrestling, no matter where he goes.
This match was solid. We had a little mix-up at the end with Swerve Strickland coming out to, prevent things from happening, which he never even touched
he didn't.
Starks at all. But somehow the ref goes outside and bring his attention outside. And
he was warning him. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jim Ross is having a heart attack on commentary. Like, what's the ref is doing outside? And what's going on, which he was right, because Shane Strickland never went in a ring. He never did any of these things. And, Jungle Boy had him beat. But we also had the tease at the end with Christian coming down, bumping Strickland, and, mixing up all these angles going on here. But we seen the little tease. Christian looked like he was about to attack Jungle Boy, but he just hugged him. And gave us
I literally thought that that's what was going to happen. I'm guessing that is going to happen at Double or Nothing. The way he got up into the ring and crept up on him, I thought that he was just going to clothesline him or punch him or something to that effect. And he ended up hugging him. Yep. Let's put this comment up. Predicting tag titles: Jungle Express and Hobbs and Starks versus Swerve and Lee at Double or Nothing. That's a good prediction. Yeah, definitely. I can see that.
I can see Hobbs and Starks taking it.
Yeah, I think so. I think Keith Lee and Swerve are probably one. They're not. I wouldn't say they're my favorite tag team right now because they've only teamed up a few times, but they're doing pretty good out there right now.
Absolutely, they are. Great chemistry.
Absolutely. They never teamed up when they were in NXT, did they?
Not that I know of now. Probably on indies that we don't know about.
It's very possible because, it could have happened anywhere. Jericho Appreciation Society.
Didn't like it?
I don't know, man. People, it's all right. This was an okay segment. Was it the JAS, came out, and then was it excuse me, Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston came out of nowhere. He had the burned face.
Wait, before you get there, you had John Moxley come in.
I forgot.
Surprise.
Yep.
And then you had Ryan Danielson.
Blackpool Combat Club. Yep.
Blackpool Combat Club. So now we got a whole thing full circle now. The Blackpool Combat Club with Eddie Kingston and Santana Ortiz feuding with the JAS. I'm ready for some blood.
Those are going to be. That's okay. That's funny you said that because as I was at work today, there's another employee that's a huge wrestling fan. He was talking here. That's what his prediction was too. There's going to be another blood and guts match, and you think that's what it's going to be?
Live on Dynamite. I don't know when, but live on Dynamite. I'm advertising.
As long as nobody gets thrown off the top of the cage into a styrofoam pad and it's visual.
Hopefully that never happens again. That was way out of proportion.
I hope not. Don't mess with the Blackpool Combat Club. Now, Jericho Appreciation Society is outnumbered for once. Absolutely correct, young Coupon. That is correct. All right, so where do we go from here? Hang on, let me get my
we had the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament quarterfinal. Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter.
Tony Storm won. It was what?
This match was good.
Yep.
It was real good.
Yeah,
I like these two ladies. These two ladies are hard workers.
Tony Storm's quite the worker. So I'm really surprised as to why she got released from the E. But I mean, it is what it is.
I'm not surprised at this point.
I mean, everybody, they let 3 major stars go. So I don't get it. So whatever. Yeah, you're right. Anything can happen at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good, solid matchup. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, she hit the Storm Zero on Jamie Hayter, and Jamie Hayter, sooner or later, she's gonna end up being a good person that's gonna be in charge of the women's division in the future.
Yep. Oh, that's a good one. I think at the Double or Nothing Stadium Stampede with Jericho and Blackpool Combat Club and Santana
Your
Ortiz.
favorite match.
You already know I'm going to shit all over that when I hear that.
All over it. All over
you know that. All right, so the main event was the Owen quarterfinal. Jeff Hardy defeated Darby Allin. I discussed this last night. Matt DeCourt and Talking Tommy appeared on the show. So we discussed this briefly. At the time, I didn't watch it until this morning, but Hardy, even, and I'll point this out now, that dude is too old to be doing stuff that he's doing still. He's been doing that shit for over 20 years. This guy's not going to be able to walk. You see how full he is? And he walks at his age and not being able to... and he's only had like a short career, or not a short career, but he only did crazy stuff for like a short period of time, right? This guy has been doing this shit for over 20 years, diving off of tables or into tables and ladders, and this guy's nuts, man.
I guess since the last few matches in WWE, his body is, I think, is catching up with him now. For some reason, you know, like T and Couponer, Hardy versus Darby was a train wreck. Glad Darby is okay from that insane spot. But before we get there, I think he's really bad off. I mean, I hopefully it's not anything with like drugs or anything, which I believe that he's clean. I think he's hurting. So. I think he's hurting because he's not taking those things no more. I think he's hurting because like I don't think he could take any pain pills or anything like that. Some people be like that where he's had too many
problems. Yeah, he's had too many problems in the past with things like that and alcohol. So it would not be wise for him to be taking anything. So you can talk to DDP though. Go to DDP Yoga.
For real.
Maybe that's helped out a lot of people.
He's really hurting right now. I see him hurt. I feel bad. And this match right here, I kind of like did like a few people that I have heard in other podcasts is like I was on not the edge of my seat. I was like, this dude really gonna hurt himself. And this dude is really gonna hurt himself. Somebody need to stop this dude because like he's gonna hurt. He's gonna hurt himself.
Yeah, he's gonna not gonna be able to walk if he continues it. And he's been doing the same shit for over 20 years. That's the thing. Foley did all those bumps, those crazy, insane bumps for what, about a good 8 years or so. The guy can barely walk now.
Yeah.
Being thrown off tops of cages and stuff like that. And the fact that Hardy's able to walk still is amazing.
Yes, it's fortunate for both the Hardys. But this match right here should be it. Like between Darby Allin doing the swanton on Jeff Hardy on the chairs. I was free for both of them. That was crazy. You know, and then I kind of knew Jeff Hardy was going to do the swanton on the stairs because of the way it was positioned. But just the fact that I knew he was going to do it, he did it. And when he hit it, I just kind of like flinched a little bit like, come on, dude. That did not have to be done. So it's
absolutely
it's crazy.
But according to him, this is going to be his last run. Etienne Couponer, in my opinion, he doesn't need to do this anymore. Jeff has children. Hope he tries to wrestle more instead of specialty matches. From what I've heard, this is going to be him and Matt's last run, whether it's together or singles. That I don't think is. I'm not entirely certain of, but you know, he's been wrestling a long time. This is about the age that a lot of guys retire. Some of these guys even retire earlier than this. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's still doing it says something. But like you said, he does not need to be doing this stuff anymore.
He should be just doing like Tien Couponer said.
Regular
he should
matches,
be just doing regular matches, and that's what he was doing in WWE. You know, it's just now you come
maybe
here,
a drop kick or something.
Yeah. You now you doing stuff, and you like you in more pain than you was when you left WWE. Like that's not good, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I fully agree.
But this match was the same though.
Yeah.
And Jeff Hardy advances next week.
And he gave Darby the rub, you know.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's get into Rampage, and I'm gonna do the rundown for what's that thing called? For Dynamite as well, for next week's Dynamite. So far for Rampage this Friday, and me and you were going to talk about it. I have no idea when. The Owen tournament. Tuesday? Okay.
We'll return on Tuesday.
We will return on Tuesday. Only the weekends when there's a major event that we're covering. So Rampage, Owen Hart tournament. Riho takes on Ruby Soho. Jade Cargill and the baddies are going to be out there for, I guess they will speak. TNT Championship, Scorpio Sky taking on Frankie Kazarian. The Death Triangle take on the Butcher, the Blade, and Mark Quinn. And Sean Spears taking on Beer Boulder. Let's see, I got the Dynamite lineup here. Let's see, Dynamite for next week is just Jericho and William Regal going to have a face-to-face. In the Owen Hart tournament, Kyle O'Reilly taking on Phoenix. The women's Owen Hart, Britt Baker taking on the Joker. And, of course, the Owen Hart tournament again. And the men's, Joe taking on the Joker. So that's happening next Wednesday. So I'm excited for that to finally be revealed. And let's see, Hangman taking on Takeshita. Wardlow's 10 lashes from MJF. Owen Hart tournament, Adam Cole taking on the winner. Jeff Hardy. Sorry, my notes were, yep. So that's going to be a stacked show of AEW Dynamite.
Nah, it is. I'm just reading this report from Sean.
Rampage comes on at 5:30 tonight. Okay, so it's an early episode. I forgot about that. Thank you for throwing that in there, Tien Couponer. I forgot that it's an earlier episode.
Now, I was reading this report from Sean Ron Sapp saying that MJF is kind of leaning towards not re-signing with AEW.
I read that earlier today. His contract expires in 2024. He's not happy with his current deal.
It's understandable.
Well, I was having this conversation before. When he got signed, he was just another indie talent, right?
Yep.
Tony Khan signed a lot of indie talent to help fill out the roster when he was signing people. Same thing with guys like Joey Janela, Marco Stunt, etc., etc. MJF has risen to one of the biggest stars in the company. So I'm hoping that he could work out some sort of a deal in AEW, because I think that will give him the freedom to be MJF. Because if he takes MJF to WWE, it's going to end up being a watered down version of MJF. Unless they decide to change the direction. If WWE decides to change the direction that they want to go in, which I don't see happening. There's too many investors and all that other such things. So,
well, you got to remember, all eyes is on Cody Rhodes right now with how they treat him. So, I mean, it's just a watch ride what's going to go on for the next 2 years before MJF contract goes up. So hopefully they do something good with Cody Rhodes to entice in all these AEW long stays.
Okay, this is a really good question from T and Couponer. Do you think Cody will try to influence MJF and others to go to WWE? According from what I read, Cody did say that there will be other AEW stars that will follow. Who that is, that's a question. I can't say, but I think it's entirely possible. Vince was very excited to get Cody by getting somebody from the other company to come over there. So it could be anybody, really. I mean, there's an amazing roster from there. And you got to think, who's some of the top guys there that could make an impact in WWE on Raw or SmackDown?
Remember,
That's a big question
WWE,
there.
when WWE was going up in the Attitude Era, even though they was building Austin and rocking all these guys, they was bringing in the Big Show. They was bringing in Chris Jericho, the
Correct.
Radicals. You know, that's all you need.
Yep. Yeah. My money is Vince would love to have Wardlow. I could see Wardlow going over there and making a lot of money and becoming a gigantic star. Seriously.
Nah, absolutely. Him and Jade Cargill.
Yeah. Oh, I think he'd go crazy over Jade Cargill. Yeah, absolutely.
That dude would have a heart attack.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what else do you have tonight, Marcel? Do you have anything else you want to go with?
Nah, we about to wrap it up tonight.
Yep.
Wrap it up.
Yep. So I want to say if you guys are in the New Haven area, come on down to Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling tomorrow and Saturday. Tickets $10 for each night, or if you buy tickets for both nights, they are a discount of $5, so you get both tickets for $15 total. So come on down; it's going to be a fun time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, PWZ Network, and PWZ Podcast on Twitter and YouTube, of course.
At Showtime Marcel at all 3 social media outlets: Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We be back here Tuesday. And yeah, Marcel, you better kick some butt. I will, even though I'm semi-retired. But I
keep
will.
Saying that. I don't believe you anymore.
Keep saying that. As more bumps I take. You know what? T and Couponer. Can you do the bumps for me Saturday? You can do it for me.
Don't forget that those matches will be show up here on this channel as well. So don't forget shortly after. All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for, if you guys want to drop us a line, pwzpodcast@gmail.com. We will do our best to answer you and get your question filled in here. I guess that's it. I want to thank everybody and have a great evening.
Good night.